want to literally cures people's conditions, which previously were considered chronic, unhealable. And sorry, I went away from my mic for a little bit. I want to make a pop filter for my microphone because this is a condenser microphone, and I need to.
It sounds great though.
Yeah, it sounds good.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. Um, yeah, what's interesting is I'm setting up this setup where I have like this virtual inputs and outputs, and I want my Zoom mixer, which is going to be B2 and is B2. I could probably yeah, I have it here. Excuse me. Yeah, I don't understand. Yeah. Well, sound healing has always been something interesting for me.
It was interesting to hear you talk about what you did about meditation, because I used to live on a meditation and yoga community, and heard that all the time from the people I was living there with. It's interesting.
Really?
Didn't work for me, but
You used to live in a
yeah,
meditation
unfortunately.
retreat or somewhere?
Do you know who Yogananda is? He's a yogi who brought yoga to the West from India.
And he was super strict, and he used to like
Armahanta Yogananda. Anyways, my ex was part of that church, and I lived there because I was married to somebody that was part of the church. So it was an interesting place to be.
You had to live there?
A lot of nice people. I did because I was we moved back from a different state, and I know just situations made it easier. She really wanted to live on this community because it was, I don't know, a lot of other families and all doing the same thing, where they could have their meditations, and she was really into like these day-long meditations on weekends and stuff like that. So
Day long.
I want to have
15 minutes. Day long. I can never do that. 15 minutes and I'm off. So maybe yeah. So can you tell me the name of the guru again? What was it?
Yogananda. The group was called Ananda, but the guru is Yogananda. Paramahanta Yogananda, I think.
Oh, he's like the founder. He's like. So yeah, this guy has his own style of teaching and message. And then what we have is Japanese Zen Buddhism, which is a different
Totally different perspective. Yeah.
meditation school. It's a Buddha
Mm-hmm.
school, and as opposed to Yogananda's views, I think the majority of the differences are belief in no suffering. My pain in my stomach. Ouch. Sorry.
That's all right.
Okay. Sorry. My head. Uh, I think I'll come back in some time. My stomach just started hurting really bad. Um, um, it's
Take
okay.
care of yourself.
I'll be back. Just get a minute.
No. Uh, somebody got muted. See that. What was it?
And I'm unmuted. I think my cable should be longer. But I don't see that.
Is that your like?
That's my social security number, yes.
Oh, excellent. So now I'm going to open up a bunch of lines of credit in your name.
And then I'll do no, that's too dumb.
I mean, you can open it. I'll send you mine, but my credit is like shit. So
You know what fucked me up? Because I got out of the army, I didn't know how to fucking have bank accounts and run my own money and shit. I was just running out of money like the day after I got paid. So then I get like a payday loan.
So like
the payday loan would be like 9,000% interest. So next time I get paid.
that's why I started to do the PMC shit. Is because I was running out of money when I got out, and I hated everyone around me. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna start doing what I did for a whole bunch more money, because a recruiter had come up to me from the PMC, like as I was out processing, and they fucking were like, hey, you want to make $500 a day doing what you did? And I was like, nah, I'll like do that easily in the civilian world, right? Nah, I didn't. So
They wanted me. My first job offer was Somalia.
oh fuck.
It was either the coast. It was either the fucking oil.
Check. And check. And check. And check. Check. And check. Okay. And take that a little bit down, I guess. I don't want to be super loud top there. Pressurize 2. Hello? Hello?
Hi.
I hear you. It's just, need to put my
Hey man, how are you doing?
volume. Hey, I'm doing good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, well, I just was like, okay, let's get into the community hangout. Sometimes, some exciting discussions comes around. So, tell me, you use Autogen recently?
So my use case right now is to use it within the field of biofeedback and
Biofeedback.
and binaural beats.
Wow.
And
Interesting. So, have you implemented this already?
So I have scaffolding.
It's tough,
I have
right?
some parts ready, some parts not connected. Building bridges between the two.
So interesting, so this you want to use this as an application
I need to understand this because I'm not so deep into biofeed. But you use this as an application that learns from the body, like neurological stuff or so, and then you can.
It learns your brain waves, your brain activity,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and it learns what
And then
made you feel bad, what made you feel happy. It learns your triggers, your emotions, your physical response, your sweat response, your stress response. It learns what causes it or what triggered it, and over time it would be better at pinpointing certain things, and then maybe remind you that, hey, you know what, last time you did this happened, so you might want to maybe
I want to ask you why AutoGen? I mean, you could use just a single. Is it because of this? It's autonomously runs the whole time and listens to you, or is it because you want to have a multi-agent solution for this, or how could the implementation look like?
now AutoGen, because multi-agents are always better than having one single brain doing all the work, because in the brain we have the frontal lobe, the prefrontal cortex. Now
Makes sense. So you have, so to say, yeah. Sorry.
Sorry. No,
Go ahead.
okay.
So you have, so to say, multiple agents which has specific strengths, like the one who's analyzing, so to say, what the body does, and then you have another agent which is kind of, let's say, acts like a doctor, which is in continuously speaking, having communication with a human, so to say, or.
Agent 1 focuses on basically brainwave activity and analysis. Agent 2 focuses on physical response to the brainwave activity. Agent 2 is trained on case studies based on athletes, MRIs of Buddhist monks doing meditation. Agent 1 is basically fed with like pretty basic information. If you look at alpha brainwaves, if you just search brainwaves, it's a pretty easy, but that's also a science. The science of brainwaves, the language of the brain. That's when doctors can pronounce you brain dead. They actually read the frequency of the brain. And EEGs, electroencephalographs, allow us to measure this brain activity. Okay? So you put an EEG on a person and you're like, okay, every day when you wake up, put it on for 5 minutes. When you sleep, put it on for 5 minutes. And it will play some sounds of the ocean, of the mountains, to see, and it will play binaural beats. I don't know if this still works, but if I press this button, I don't know. Do you hear that?
Yeah. You have tools at your home, so to say, or where are you? Are you studying this, or is it are you a doctor? How does it come that you did so deep into this?
Yeah, I studied this quite a lot, more than required. It's probably one of the reasons why these CIA has a report by the name of document type CREST. It's called Robert Allen Monroe. Are you familiar with that?
No. No, not really. Haven't heard of it.
I just sent you a DM with that. It's an official CIA government link. It's asking me if I'm a human. Right. My stomach is hurting because I ate something spicy today and I can't eat spicy at all. What?
Or is it because you're just sensible? Have you overdone with spicy with the spicy, or is it just you are sensible with spicy things generally?
No, I just can't eat spicy. I just can't. So I probably would have like yogurt or something because my. I was talking right now before this and I had intense pain. So yeah, there's a CIA document I just shared. Okay, now
I see. I have opened it.
Now.
So I'm curious. Yeah.
Go on. Sorry, I'm typing.
I'm just curious about how you want to do this. So you set this up on let's say on a local computer or so, and plug in some of your instruments you have. And transfer some of your data will be like, because there will be in some sort of JSON data, whatever I expect, into this autogen, and then you just perform this or process this with an autogen. And then it just, you do what? Just autogen, let's say, one of the agents is speaking to you, as to the human, and just gives you feedback, so to say. Is it correct?
So, like LangChain gets access to do particular things, Autogen also gets administrative rights to do certain executions. In this term, Autogen will get access to execute Bark TTS. Either that or it gets access to Web Audio API, which has a built-in synthesizer, and in that synthesizer what we do is we pan one track to the hard left and we have it play 440 Hz sine wave. We have another track hard right and we have it play 444 Hz sine wave. Hard left, hard right. If you just put your left headphone, you'll hear the tone, and the right you'll hear the tone. But if you put the left and right together, now what happens is, instead of hearing two separate tones, because the difference between 444 and 440 is just 4, the difference of that, which is 4 Hertz, a ghost frequency is perceived. It's not a ghost frequency, it's basically absence of 4 Hertz is perceived as coming from the center, the third eye, the chakra of your brain. That's where that frequency goes. This happens because of the interaural difference between.
And what happens then? Is it?
Okay, what happens?
How does it affect you?
What happens then is the brain has brainwave states. The brain has different states: alpha, beta, gamma, theta. When you're sad, when you're happy, when you're pronounced dead. Now, with biofeedback, with this web audio synthesizer that can work on a mobile phone, and an accessory would be your phone's flash plus camera, so it reads your blood pulse. Okay, so minimal equipment. Input taken from your blood, your finger flashlight takes your blood pulse, takes that and converts that into a beats per minute, or converts that into a sine wave. Okay, so let's say you're just sitting down and a normal resting heart rate is what, 60 to 100 beats per minute. So if you look at brain waves stages, when you go to sleep, your brain resonates at a certain frequency, which is very low. Let me tell you, 8 to 13 hertz. So just like a clock goes tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. 1 hertz means 1 tick per second. Now, let's say that you are struggling with stress, anxiety, you're not getting sleep. With this particular AI powered biofeedback multi-utility, because this is not just for sleep, it's also for productivity enhancement, focus.
Yeah, get it.
It takes your brain waves and then it gives you, feeds you the frequencies that you're missing, and then it keeps tracking your brainwave and figuring out, okay, at this particular binaural beat frequency setup, his brain frequency either goes up or down. We set a target that I want to take his brain frequency average over 24 hours to be at around optimal whatever. So if you look, Tibetan monks have a brainwave which are extremely high in amplitude and long range gamma synchrony, which means that their brains produce waveforms which don't look like ours. Which links to
This is for all the things you're doing. Yeah.
Sorry.
Because that's really pretty deep. Sounds very interesting. But how is it? Have you a grant for this, or the governance grant you're doing? Is it a project you're working on from a company, or is it a product you want to build and find investors? Or how is it?
I have a grant for doing this. Number one.
Wow, interesting.
At this point, I have part of the front end ready. It's on render.
Do you use Autogen Studio, or have you built something of your own?
Right now, we are locally streaming LM Studio API. Okay. But it's expensive to host and run AutoGen remotely.
Yeah.
So until then, what we just need is a front end that can connect to my locally hosted API. React 3.js library, web audio API library, and connecting the outputs of the biofeedback to the input and generation. That's where the difficulties are. State management and state.
Exactly. I mean, you can run AutoGen Studio with local LMMs as well, but you just need to have a GPU-powered, very GPU-powered computer. So I guess this is the biggest pain point at the end. If you don't.
I have a 3070, and it does pretty good for what I need. It does pretty well. Like, it's not bad.
So why not just using a light LMM and between as a middle software, so to say? Then you don't need to use the APIs from. Light LMM. This is an interface, so you can use AutoGen and AutoGen Studio with any other LMMs locally. Just should have a look. It's pretty good. This means that you can wrap any chat completion API to any other LMM you want to use. It can be locally, it can be in the cloud. You just need to have the IP address of the port, so to say. You can do this over like
is it the Model TC GitHub?
No.
Huh?
It's the Barry AI GitHub account, Light LMM.
Light LLM.
This is a very decent
Python based.
Exactly.
It's on GitHub,
yes. Right? From Barry AI.
No, but it doesn't show Barry AI. It shows Model TC, Model Infra. It doesn't say Barry AI.
Just let me.
So this.
Let me send you this over because this is the. Because then you can, this is so to say, it's not technically real middleware, but you can use it like that. And then you can use AutoGen very, very easily with any of those.
Okay, wait.
Yeah, this is this one I show you.
If you have the link, this is what I'm looking at.
Then we have misunderstood.
Oh no, the one.
This one
for me opens a 404. It doesn't open for me.
Wait. There's somehow this tries now pasted. I don't know how to open it, but yeah, this one is
it twice. That's right. Nah, I see it now. Image.
And you can use it with everything. For example, I like to work a lot with Replicate when you don't have a high-power GPU-based computer. But if you have so, then you can set up Olama for any local LMMs. The problem is that the APIs can be very, very different from LMM to LMM provider. But with this, you can just use the normal chat completion API you're used to with OpenAI. But this makes you independent from OpenAI. And the good thing is, when you run light LMM.
That's the wrong one, right? The one I sent you. That's not the one. Am I right?
This is not the right one. No. Yeah, this is not the right one. I sent you the one I mean. And then you can set any LMM you like. And then you can use this API with AutoGen, or you don't need to use AutoGen as well. You just can. It's like chat completion from OpenAI SDK.
Call all LLM APIs. Okay. 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 Can I like is this React friendly? Can I put this on my front end?
Well, it's you can. I'm full stack, but now I'm less. I'm just more on full stack.
That's
So, but the clue is that you just can run it on your computer locally. Then you have local host double point 8080, for example, and this, for example, you can use it with React, or you can, for example, as well create a new assistant on AutoGen Studio, and then you can just type in the API localhost double point 8080. Yeah, and this is where LiteLLM is running.
Yeah, so LM Studio does the same. Like you download a model and then let me show you. I have. Are you familiar with
Studio?
LM
I know about it. Yeah. It's pretty just. Yeah. It's pretty much the same.
Yeah. Do you recommend Light LLM more than
because of the completion API, which is very much the same. I mean, you can use Studio as well as Olama. These both are pretty great if you want to set up locally your own large language model. But what your issue is that you need to have the same format, the same API format, which is the same like Chat, OpenAI's SDK. This is called, the API is called Chat Completion. And so you can stick to this API call without changing your whole code base for this. So this is why you can use AutoGen with this React, anything you want.
I'm just trying to understand the difference between Light LM and LM Studio.
Well, I believe so. As far as I know, LM Studio is especially for like Olama. I don't know if you have used Olama. You just can set up any LMM. The problem is not every LMM or LMM wrapper has the same API endpoints. Yeah, not the same SDK usage. Some have. For example, I believe Mistral, Llama, and ChatGPT has the same API endpoint and the same interface, but others haven't the same interface.
So I use DeepSeek language model.
DeepSeek is nice. Yeah, that's nice.
I use the Continue VS Code plugin. And then I get
that's nice.
Copilot, but for free, running locally.
Awesome. Great that you have such a powered computer. I'm depending on cloud services, but for you this is of course cheaper when you do it locally.
Thank you. I worked really hard for it. I basically started with design. I started with HTML, then went to PHP, did WordPress, SEO. Then it got boring because then I had mined Bitcoin on my laptop when it was brand new, and I have I don't know how many, and that laptop is lost, and I don't have the money. So since then I was like, I'm gonna learn all about blockchain, and I learn about Ethereum, learn about Web3. Now I'm trying to integrate.
I had a startup inventory.
Really?
Yeah.
What was it called?
It was Canora Finance. This was an Olympus DAO fork, but with arbitrage trading in the background, which is now rebranded into Zillion. So I'm not sticking to one chain anymore. It's now auto trading and arbitrage trading on multiple chains. I love that. Web3 lets you learn a lot when it comes to developing crazy systems.
Okay, so
And then AI comes around the corner.
Are you familiar with hackathons? Excuse me.
No, go ahead.
I
believe we have a delay. This is why we are just interrupting us each other, because the other one is not cannot hear that the other one is already talking. So if you may wonder why we interrupt us each other the whole time.
Oh. Oh, okay. Are you familiar with ETH global?
What?
ETH Ethereum Global.
Yeah, for sure, man. Yeah.
Do you know about it?
Why?
Yeah. Have you participated in any of the ETH Global?
No. The thing is with hackathons, I like more do grants and so on and so forth. Because the thing is with hackathons, it's like gambling. The chance that you will win it's close to zero.
So I got a grant from my past hackathon submission. So first, in 2022, we did an NFT analytics, which I was just design, and I did front end, and I tried to understand code. And I started working with the Web3 DAO, and they were hacked for 13, 14, whatever million by a 17-year-old. It's all in the news.
I remember.
You remember?
Yeah. It was a pretty decent thing.
Then my Westing.
The DAO hack was one of the biggest thing in history.
Yeah, I went from being financially secure to hard times. So that's when I decided, hey, you know what? I am not gonna take tokens anymore. I'm only gonna get whatever things I get from my work in ETH or bank or stables, but not native. No vesting. If you want to vest ETH, but not native tokens, because they are crazy. Like meme coins and all of that. I don't really like that.
I hate meme coins, man.
Yeah, I mean, what's the point? Anyone can do.
Ponzi is the point.
Fun. Light the lamp. The funny thing is, I recently bought a new SSD. So my main C drive has 35 GB of 1 terabyte left. The 1 terabyte extra SSD that I bought just not even a month has 86 GB left, and my hard disk out of 1 terabyte has 7 gigs left.
It's not much.
Yeah,
All used.
Yeah, and so I haven't even started using Blender much, and then I use After Effects, and then I use putting all this together.
Escalated quickly.
And I don't know what to do now, because if I need to continue this and continue so there's a LLM that generates 3D models for you that you can just put inside a game, and it becomes a gaming character. And you can automate that. That means that everything in the game is generative. None of it was done by anyone. The person who's playing it can give certain feedback. The AI learns the input, the rate of input, and generates a world based on that. Very difficult to achieve.
Yeah, is this a new upcoming future?
Yeah, how familiar are you with like Unity by any chance?
I'm not that deep into the thing is I know how it feels. There's so many things that you can be interested in, but as I don't, I have my own businesses recently, and I have learned just focus on few things and do this completely than doing 500 things.
Oh, sorry. What do you
This
focus
is
on?
why I know about Unity. I recently built a platform where you can build online businesses that run on autopilot for you.
Interesting. So something like WP Automate that automated posts, and then it generated AdSense revenue.
So in this direction, you can do this as well, yeah. And completely new.
From my experience, like your code level is definitely way above mine, because I'm like I started with very very basic HTML, and right now I'm into like MUD, which is OP Stack, Web3. But please tell me about your tech stack a little more.
Here, I have sent you the link over. You will find my LinkedIn there. And then if you have LinkedIn, let's get connected, man. Then you can find the other things. So my goal since years was to build a platform where your businesses run completely autonomously. And I have a marketing tool I'm working on, which is completely autonomously. This is where all the jets.
Reached.
One second. If this is the case, I have to check, man. I have to check.
What are you hosting on?
No, this can be reached.
Or like render?
No, it's reachable. I have my own server. Maybe. Sorry. This is there's a spelling. I forgot one. It's autonomous.
Hosting it on IPFS then.
Well, because it makes things more complicated.
No, it's.
This is not an issue. It's not an issue.
What is? But so how do I open your website? Is there a GitHub for your website so I can open it locally?
Oh, this is not open source yet.
Oh.
But you can you I have edited the link, so it was wrong.
Okay.
So you can try again.
Oh, that's why. Sorry. Okay. Oh, it's enterprises, and you just put one E.
Yeah, exactly. So, and this is at the end a platform. By the way, fun fact, which will become decentralized. I've already built my own blockchain, and this will be a decentralized platform where you can host autonomous businesses, and this can be automated trading, automated. Yeah. Completely with TypeScript. Yeah.
TypeScript, That's
and now it's about launching this with Spring, and I already have two businesses as a proof of concept built on top of this platform. One is marketing, and another one is arbitrage trading. And this is all AI driven. This is why I'm into AutoGen recently, because at the end this is one component of my tech stack.
Okay, hold on. marketing.
By the way, if you are
Sorry.
trading,
Hmm.
marketing, trading, e-commerce, so selling the most trending products immediately, automated, so you don't need to do this all with your hand. This is what this platform is about at the end. By the way, because you're also deep into blockchain, next Saturday we are hosting a Twitter space for blockchain and AI combined. So if you're interested, you can join there.
This is incredible. Wow. So I
Yeah,
have
it's connect
been
via LinkedIn if you like.
very active. Let me put my email in there. I've been very active on Farcaster. It's open source.
Org.
It's a sufficiently decentralized social network that's open source, and anyone can build a client for it. Some things are on chain, some
Or
things are
for.
off chain.
Can you send me this link over? I don't know which one is this. I have been on Steemit and PeakD, but I don't know this platform. So send me a link. I can have a look.
Oh, that. Oh, PigD. What is that? No, this is.
PeakD is the Hive blockchain, which is a fork of Steemit.
Okay. Hive. So, yeah, I just sent you an invite.
Nice.
Unfortunately, so this one that I sent you, Warpcast, like if you have like an iOS, this is the best experience for onboarding the next billion people on chain. And AI will play a huge part in the future of finance.
For sure. In every industry, I guess.
I think that's inevitable to happen. I need to get me one of those headphone
But
extenders.
interesting social media. This looks pretty interesting, man. I will dive into this deeper. Didn't know that.
Is my voice back? Is my voice back? Is my voice back? No, it's not. I did something dumb. Hello? I just.
No idea for now.
Oh yeah.
I am.
Can you hear me?
I'm working with the front end recently for AutoGen Studio because of the business I've told you, and now because I just rebrand some few things and add components, I have a very interesting bug I need to face. First of all, your audio went out for a bit.
Sorry, can you?
You mine too much bitcoins, man.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, it's okay, man. But you can hear me. Okay, this is interesting.
Can you hear me?
No, I cannot hear you. Now you may be back.
What about now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, now I can hear you, man. You're back on track.
Yeah, the reason that happened is because I'm using Voicemeeter Banana, which is connected to my Zoom H4n through a USB interface, and I pulled to pull one of my phones, and I didn't take off my headphones, and the headphone cable is short, so it pulled on the whole thing.
and my USB interface disconnected, and it kind of crashed everything. So sorry.
No worries, man. Yes, man, it sounds all very, very interesting. What you built as well. So, if you use LinkedIn, man, just let's connect there. Would be great. And I will invite you. I will invite you and send you a link to the Twitter space we're doing regarding AI blockchain stuff. So you can join there. And yeah, I see we have someone else. Yeah, Yijel. Nice to welcome
Hi,
you, Yijel, in case you hear
Hello,
us.
welcome,
I
Rachel.
can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Nice to meet you.
That's great. I'm. This is a sub I have not visited in a long time, but I'm glad I did.
Me too. Me
Autogen
too.
is
Me too.
is a. To be honest, I never managed to get my head around Autogen. Never managed to get it working ever.
It's a big step, man. I can understand that. For me, it took a while to get AutoGen even running.
That's what I say. I haven't even actually got it running. Which is
Nice.
it's not like me because normally all this stuff, you know, give me a guide on how to do it, and I
No,
I normally work these things out quite
you wanna
quickly.
pay someone to do this, the hard work, and reap the benefits, because you would
Now,
rather
when you
spend that
when
time
someone
somewhere
else
else.
when someone else does the hard work, then you don't understand how it works, and then you don't know how to fix
Yeah,
it when it doesn't work.
yeah. Oh yeah, so true. So true.
I'm actually in the process soon. Um, so I run a VoIP company. It's a small company, and it's not actually. Its goal is not to make money selling VoIP. Its goal is to be a test bench for
And
services that I consult on.
I actually need
But
a wipe test to test something.
what do
Um,
you mean by you need a VoIP test? Quite an
like I
open-ended.
need I need like a wipe
You need a VoIP
number.
server?
Yeah, so that I can like make maybe calls or missed calls. How does that charge?
Your best, your best bet in terms of cost. Your
Yeah.
best bet is what sort of volumes are you talking about?
Uh, no. I mean, it's charged only if the call is picked up, right?
Well, if you are, I mean, if you need to call like real phone numbers, then you'll need a what's called a SIP provider. It's the one that connects your server to the rest of the world over the telecoms network. But if you just want to make internal calls and test the VoIP functionality, you
No,
can just run a
no.
local server.
Okay. Go on. And
The easiest VoIP server to get up and running is definitely 3CX.
Interesting.
3CX.
But
The most well known, I would say.
be careful because it's closed source, and they do have free hosted tier, which is really easy to get started with. But it is a proprietary technology, and it's not going to do any good for your journey of learning the VoIP
They're
technologies.
gonna take all my contact data
I
and
would,
spam my customers, I guess, and sell all my listings.
they won't. They, they won't. It's your own. The truth is, it's closed source system. We don't know, but no, there would have been reports if that was the case. I actually know of multiple emergency services in the world that use it. It's very popular, very robust. But your best bet, if you're looking to start, is running a free PBX ISO VM. You can get the ISO from the website, and you just straight up open the ISO, and it goes through the whole install. Very, very, very simple. It's based on Asterisk, which has loads of documentation.
Free PBX.
Free
PB.
Free PBX.
FREE banana xylophone, right?
Yeah.
It sounds so interesting.
Papa Bravo X-ray. You should learn the NATO phonetic alphabet.
I know. I worked in that shitty industry, so I purposefully don't say alpha, beta, Charlie.
Anyone who ever used the phone should learn it.
No, but I worked in that industry and I hated it, so I purposely do not use the phonetic.
Which industry?
Customer service for Amazon America.
Oh no! Well, first of all, Americans don't know the phonetic alphabet at all, but the no, you'll be surprised.
They don't. You're saying they don't have phonetics?
There definitely are some that do, but of the people I've come across, very few Americans compared to say Europeans. It's a lot less common. And it makes life simpler. But free PBX. It's based on Asterisk, which is by far the largest VoIP system used, probably by number of installations. I think by number of call traffic, FreeSwitch is probably starting to take over. It's a newer system. It's what I use, but there's not as much documentation, and it's more aimed at providers rather than end users. Well, not even end users, but it's not the right place to start. When you get there, you get there. Asterisk has got plenty of documentation online. That's what makes it so good.
PBX. Okay. PBX downloads. Okay. Need
PBX.
Linux operating
No,
system.
free PBX. That's private branch exchange.
Hold on, let me just DM you the link. You're right here in my Discord.
I am driving, so I cannot see the link.
It's okay. So the
But if you
icon is like a frog.
it's a frog. Yeah. And it's sponsored by Sangoma.
Let me run it in one of my VMs right now because I can quickly just do that. But it needs my name and stuff. Let me give it all that first.
There is a sponsor, so.
That's why.
Yeah, Sangoma is the company that sponsors the development. Very, very, very active development. They have. There is every year there is AstriCon, which is a very large convention.
Download number 16. So you're saying this is okay? Let me make a D drive. I'm gonna call this PBX. The system is called. What's the long form of a PBX?
Sorry.
What is PBX abbreviation?
Private private branch exchange.
Private?
It's a private branch exchange.
Oh, okay. And branch in this would mean branch of voice communication, right?
Well, it's a branch of an exchange. You got to start asking what's a telephone exchange.
Yeah, okay.
That question you have to ask your grandma.
I'm so dumb when it comes to things like these. Like, yeah.
Most people are. No one knows what a telephone exchange is nowadays because
No, yeah.
back in the day, you lifted the phone, you spoke to the operator, and you asked them to connect you somewhere else.
Yeah, like SMS gateways or like things like,
Well, it still exist. SMS gateways are just part of the infrastructure.
Sorry for breaking you up.
Probably on Asterisk free switch.
Oh.
I think Ring Central might run on Asterisk. But don't quote me.
Oh, I'm waiting for free PBX. Why is my internet slow today? Like is my VPN connected? No, it's not. Interesting. So, we went from talking about biofeedback, binaural beats, to integrating AI with that, to PBX.
Sorry? What's biofeedback?
Biofeedback is giving your biological feedback, such as a local LLM runs in your phone, which basically turns on your flash in your camera, and with that, your heartbeat, your pulse is detected. Then you wear a headphone. It creates certain frequencies based on your real-time input. There is real-time frequency generated. And with sensors one on the brain, it tracks brain activity in the certain parts of the brain. And then it entrains and changes the frequencies that are sent out to your headphones and optimizes, adopts it based on what works for you, based on what goals you have. These goals could include things like increase in productivity, um, increase in focus, increase in fat loss, um, anxiety, PTSD, and
Well, that's a big project. That's unrealistic too.
the case studies that have been shown on all these different things that I mentioned: increased productivity, focus, fat loss, anxiety, PTSD. Definitely not just on its own, but supplemented with a healthy lifestyle, which is always, I think, essential in every part when it comes to health AI integration.
Absolutely. It's very sad. Did you manage to download the free PBX ISO?
Yeah, I'm just about to run it on my VM. I'm wondering, I have VMware.
The install does take a good 10 minutes.
No, I mean it's
fine. It runs on anything.
fast on mine because I'm pretty certain it's gonna be fine. Like I mean,
It'll run on anything, and it's very low on resources.
Yeah, I don't have a hard disk. I have all the processing power, but not the hard disk. But anyways, create a new VM.
Doesn't need a lot. You should be able to manage with even 5 gig. Install it with 5 gig. You could probably scale it back to about 1.5.
Really?
If not less.
Doesn't
use much.
I have 32 gigs of RAM. Storage.
You can create a RAM disk.
Install a disk. Hold on. Full name, personalize. Let's do that. Okay. Virtual machine CentOS. Oh, it's CentOS based, is it?
Yeah. Most asterisk projects you'll see are CentOS based.
Hold on, let me see which hard drive. Yeah, D drive has space, so probably gonna go to D drive.
Where you on Windows?
Yeah, my Mac is on the right, and it does. My Mac runs. I'm trying to run a Node.js or like some kind of a host on my Mac, so it can be like a bot, on for my Discord that runs 24/7.
On your Mac?
Yeah, just run it on terminal. Why do you think Mac is not?
I mean, is it your desktop? That's what you use for day to day?
No, I have a ROG by Asus. It's a 17-inch laptop, which is pretty like heavy to travel around. And I travel a lot, and I sometimes wish it wasn't that heavy. Make a new folder, or what am I gonna call this? PBX? No, let me call this free PBX. PBX. Free PBX. Yeah, so it's heavy. It's a 17-inch, but it's a 300 hertz display, which helps because I started with visuals, and I also work in 3D. Now I'm trying to do generative art with SVG 3D, which can be interactive. Maximum disk space. Should I give it? Does it need 20 gigs? Like 5 gigs? How much space should
I'll give it 10. It'll be 5 to 10.
10? Okay. Split the virtual disk into multiple types. Okay. So just confirm. CentOS 64-bit, 10 GB memory, hard disk. Memory just 1 gig of RAM. Should I give it more RAM? Because I have like RAM to spare.
If it's dynamic, give it maybe 2 or even 4 gig for installation.
I can give it
because the configuration is done by web UI. You want the web server to run smoothly. Once it's just running, you can scale it back to 1 gig.
Okay, hold on.
For installation, you want it.
Just a second. I think it's actually already installed. I don't know. Hold on. That's my Kali. CentOS is here. Have you tried Kali Linux and running it on an Android and rooting the Android, running a custom kernel on the Android? I need some help with that.
I haven't. I don't have so much spare time in my life, but I do know that Kali Linux is. I've actually never used Kali Linux, but I know that Kali Linux is based on Debian. which is my operating system, my distro of choice. I'm very familiar with Debian.
This is new to me. Like I'm going root password. Okay, you have specified kernel devil should be installed. This does not exist. Would you like to ignore? Okay, what does this even mean? It's asking me like dual-ended questions. Let me take a screenshot for you.
Like I said, I'm driving. I can't. But where are you? You are on the
You have specified
hypervisor or the?
No, it started. It's asking me a question. Don't worry. You don't have to look at anything. Just listen to me.
I'm listening.
It's saying you have specified that the package kernel-devel should be installed. This package does not exist. Would you like to ignore this package and continue with installation? Yes or no?
Yes.
But I should install that package. So
You can take a screenshot. We can always install it from the package manager later if we need it.
yeah, I mean, why not just say no and then it will install it now, or it won't do anything.
What is this? Do you want to ignore? Just do next. I can think
okay,
it's.
yes. I'm sorry. English is not my first language. Please. So yeah, I just encountered a bug, kind of. So the programmers encountered a report bug, whatever, I reported it. Upload the data to the server, configure report. I don't have any of that. Okay, it just crashed on me. Okay.
Yeah.
I think it needed that. I don't know. Okay, so it's rebooting.
Sounds like a corrupt download or something.
Control J. Let's verify the SHA. No, it shouldn't because it. I'm running it on VM, and it runs.
Yeah, why should run it fine?
Yeah, or I can try WSL, but then that'll be like.
WSL is not a proper hypervisor. You can run it in Hyper-V.
Hyper-V. Yeah. Okay. Hold on. Anyways, edit this virtual machine. Let me see what might have got wrong. Using files. Using autolist. Display. Mat. Memory. 6 GB. Processes. Only one. Okay, whatever. Take one. Resume. Okay. Restoring virtual state. Come on, Mr. Froggy. Mr. Froggy won't come. So I also figured out that there's an app called the Alfred Camera where you can set up your own old Android as like remote camera security. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with this.
What's that?
Alfred Camera turns your old Android phone into a ring or
You
motion
you
capture.
you want to check out what's it called? IP camera. There is an app that's been around for many years that does it very well, very robust, and very well used. Supports OnVIF web server.
Okay, I'm gonna try and run this on VirtualBox. Sometimes, if something doesn't work on VMware, it works on VirtualBox and the other way around. Anyways, where did I
What's your host OS? Windows?
Yeah, I'm on Windows 11.
Mine just try Hyper-V.
Sorry?
Why don't you just try Hyper-V?
Hyper-V?
Yeah.
I have the home edition of Windows. I need to
Just
upgrade.
change your license. Change your version.
Yes, I need to upgrade it.
So I'll tell you exactly how to upgrade.
You're referring
Right
to like
click your. Sorry?
Yeah, please go ahead. Sorry. Right click my.
No, you're just using Musgrave.
Yeah, Massgrave, exactly. But let me
You
try.
just do it in 2 seconds. It's not.
It's okay, but let me just try this one last time. I don't want it at C drive. I want it at D drive. I had made a folder called.
You just shouldn't be using Home.
Using what?
You shouldn't be using Home Edition. The amount of developer tools and stuff you get in Pro, even.
Okay.
Lots of basics.
Massgrave right now as we speak. Okay, how much memory? 10 gigs. Virtual disk, 10 gigs. Next. Finish. Start.
You don't need to open Musgrave. I'll tell you exactly what to do.
Come on. Massgrave is like pretty cool. I mean, like.
I can tell you the command by heart.
You remember it by heart, the bash?
Sure.
What are you, like some genius or like?
It's just someone who uses it on a daily basis, but also a genius.
It says virtual machine fails to boot. That might be caused by a missing operating system or misconfigured boot order. Mounting an OS. What am I doing wrong?
Sounds like your ISO's not me.
No. I think I'm installing.
I have to say, I'm not.
I think I'm installing it improperly. Hold on. I think I know what I'm doing wrong. Okay. Audio network shark. Okay. Tell me. Okay, hold on. I think that's probably why. You're driving your car, and I don't want you to like guide me through Massgrave. I don't want to trouble you. You've been so much great.
No, you're not troubling me because it's all just the back of my hand. I mean,
I literally
so,
just opened.
if you're ready, if you have Musgrave website open, just copy the command. When it's copied to clipboard,
Wait, let me.
I first need to ask.
PowerShell. Sorry, let me run PowerShell with admin. Sorry, continue. Sorry. Okay,
So
done.
you do that by right clicking on your start on your home button.
I did that. I
Right
already
click on
opened
start.
it. Oh, right click on start and then
Terminal admin.
oh, there is an admin. I used to think that to run as admin, you would need to right click, but there is an admin there. I never noticed that. Anyway, IRM massgrave.get IEX enter. Okay, let's see what do we have here.
And
Activate.
then the options, one of them is, well, don't activate. One of the options is extras. Wait, where are you? You've gone too fast.
Extras. I see extras. Yeah, okay.
Extras, and then it's change Windows version.
Windows edition. Yeah, okay. One. And it's initializing. Okay. So core, professional education, professional workstation, education, professional single language, IoT enterprise. So just the pro.
Yeah.
Okay. What's professional workstation?
I'm not sure. I'm sure some YouTube video can explain it, but if you find it doesn't give you what you need, you can always change it.
What is professional?
ChatGPT.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. Workstation.
I don't use Google anymore.
Yeah. I mean, I know. I use Perplexity. Uh, delivers all the 11 Pro plus tailored enhancements, lightning fast storage. What is this mean? Okay, Perplexity, search for Reddit. Windows 11 Pro versus Windows 11 Pro Workstation. Workstation
What is
has
Perplexity? I've heard a little bit about it.
Perplexity is amazing. It's incredible. Hold on. As Windows 11 Pro Workstation has a superset of features offered by Pro, you should be able to. But why would you need Workstation? In addition to resilient file system, it only offers support for more CPUs and cores and memory addressing. It's not the same as going to enterprise. So it's just for like Xenon processors, like servers. So we're gonna go with professional, number 2. Enter. Save your current edition. Save your work. System will auto restart. You'll need to activate hardware ID once the edition is changed. Continue. Okay, I might disconnect.
That you'll also have to reboot, probably.
Yeah, probably.
But it's a worthwhile thing to do.
Probably won't.
It does most of the downloads and installations. The actual reboot will not. You won't go offline for very long.
Yeah, you see, the thing is, I don't know if this might or might not conflict. I recently used like the PowerShell debloat tools. And when I did that,
You might need to run debloat tools again if you have any issues.
yeah, just like defaulted. So I did that recently. It's saying it's applying it, but what I don't understand is, okay, anyways, let this be on desktop 1. Let's have Musgrave is here. VMware. create a new virtual machine. Okay, let's do custom. Okay, hardware compatibility 17x. PBN, CentOS, easy install, full name. Oh, I think